that you're here with me. I want to keep you free. The best of my years will go to you. It's the only thing that I can do. These things don't come overnight. Loving you, baby, I think I'm right. Let me say before I forget, loving you, baby, is where it's at, yeah. Baby, look what you done for me.
Manchester City had every reason to be delighted with their start to the season, but David Seaman would have left his teammates in no doubt that they faced their toughest test yet against an Arsenal side looking to continue their 100% record. Let's get straight to the action. Your commentators are Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
And on this City team sheet, unchanged from Monday's table-topping lineup at Blackburn, David Seaman's name is the obvious standout as he looks to shut out his old teammates. He's one of 5 new faces this season in this team. Tarnat, Bosvelt, Sinclair and Sibierski the others, with Steve McManaman and Claudio Reyna now on the City strength as well, but not eligible today. At the opposite end of the side to Seaman, another well-known Arsenal old boy, Nicolas Anelka, plays courtesy of a strapping on a damaged wrist at Blackburn. As for Arsenal, well, they've called up Martin Keown to cover for Sol Campbell's suspension. Otherwise, it's very much as you were. Gio van Bronckhorst has packed his bags for Barcelona. French defender Pascal Sigon is involved in the Premiership for the first time this season as one of the Arsenal substitutes. It's a big day for David Seaman. Comparisons here, of course, with Seaman at one end and his successor Jens Lehmann. Arsenal surprisingly in yellow. Apparently the decision was made because of the clash between the white shorts that they wear with their red and white shirts and City's white shorts here. They've lost a little bit of a trick, Andy, because David Seaman saying in our interview he might throw the ball out to someone wearing red, but maybe he won't make that mistake against an opponent in yellow, even though it might be a familiar face. Toure, who's actually lining up to the left of Martin Keown. He's been playing to the right of Sol Campbell, so maybe Keown's just been given some seniority into his preferred zone. Pitch is excellent, stadium is splendid, and here's Thierry Henry, who has done plenty of damage to Manchester City in recent meetings. Of course, they blew City away the last time they were in Manchester at Main Road. 5-1 was the final score. It could have been almost 3 times that.
Not sure what Distin had in mind there, but he almost paid a heavy price for it. Only really disappointed he didn't make more of that.
Ljungberg. City getting plenty of bodies in the way. And here's little Sean Wright-Phillips. Ashley Cole has got the pace to get across.
That's what I talked about, Sean Wright-Phillips. Bags of energy, man.
Sommet got the goal here against Portsmouth, the one league game Manchester City have played on this ground. They were in danger of losing of it until Sommet got an equaliser very late on. This has not just been all about the Premiership. City start to the season, they've come through qualifying round in the UEFA Cup against the Welsh club TNS, Total Network Solutions.
I've had plenty of games, man, that's for sure. Manchester City, there's extra couple in Europe, although Kevin made plenty of changes in those games.
Bosvelt actually is the only player starting this game who started on Thursday, and they played at the Millennium Stadium. And now they have Belgian opposition.
Well, I'm staggered. I mean, really, Distin's going nowhere at the back. He's running out of options, and he just clubs the ball forward. You know, he's got nothing on here. Laurie's got a good position. Little nudge in the back, but certainly not enough to cause him to make a complete and utter hash of it. I mean, that's unbelievable. Look, watch the arm come out. There's a little nudge there, and over he goes. That might have contributed. Certainly, Lauren will say it has, but well, that's an embarrassment to him.
Well, Trevor Sinclair got plenty of congratulations.
I chased a lost cause.
So Arsenal are behind. Lauren's own goal. And here comes Pires. Ashley Cole getting forward. Gilberto. Pires. It's a very cool customer, Arsenal's right back, usually.
Yeah. And it was a bit like Colo Torres at Villa Park late on in the season last year when he just hacked the ball into his net, really unprofessional. Like, I mean, the boy's got ability and he's got talent, Lauren. And I didn't expect him to be phased even with a little nudge. You know, he's in control, takes a touch there. There's a little nudge, Martin, but goodness me, that's unbelievable. Well, a goal's a goal.
What were we talking about? Scruffy goals?
Yeah. All it ever says is one, though, doesn't it?
Arsene Wenger and those on the Arsenal bench coming to terms with it. But Sinclair, one of the new faces, and a very versatile acquisition by Kevin Keegan. We've seen him plenty of times for West Ham in the past on the left of midfield and for England as well.
It's interesting, Kevin's team as it's taking shape this year, Martin. You look at the midfield central area, and that was an area where they had real ball-playing players, if you like, last year. Maybe too many of them at times, it was said.
Here goes Wright Phillips. Sibierski's in the centre. Keown sweeps it away. Knocked down by Pires, but there's a air of uncertainty about Arsenal just at the moment. They're pretty stunned at the nature of the goal that they've conceded.
Oh.
But here goes Henry.
Goodness,
it could be a one-man rescue mission, but he's not solo in this attack. It might have been handball. Graham Poll was close enough to adjudicate on that. Sibierski stopped by Vieira. Bosveld is a real tough customer, the Dutchman. Gilberto, Pires. Space for Pires to accelerate into. And the shot, it's a nice, straightforward one for his erstwhile colleague.
They've got such good movement, Arsenal. And Pires in there, got space. And Joey Bart struggling to keep up with him. He had taken one of the midfield players, and he's just looking for a little bit of help from Sean Wright Phillips in that situation. Pires got a good position again, just couldn't find him.
Bosveld given away. The reason he played on Thursday as well as Monday, Bosveld, is he's a bit short of full match sharpness. Certainly be better for the two outings, and he looks here for that ball that finds Sibierski. Angled across. It's a difficult one as it dropped for the forward, but it was also difficult for Martin Keown to defend.
Yeah, I mean, you pays your money and takes your chances there. If you're confident in your own ability, you probably take that down, Martin, and then test Martin Keown. Sibierski obviously felt that volley was the best for him.
And there's a foul by Bosveld on Vieira. Down doing well against Will Torres. Drifted to the right mostly so far. You know Henry likes going to the left.
They've done all right, Manchester City, in the opening quarter of this game. Broken the play up quite well. Not too many times have we seen Arsenal get the ball down and pop 4, 5, 6 passes around.
Pires. Will Torres, but the flag was up. Martin Short.
This is close again. I don't think he is. He's probably not. I think he's dead level there. It's a difficult one, but it is one of those where we need to be seeing the attacker given the benefit of the doubt more often.
This hit by Barton, who we understand has been called into the England under-21 squad, which is a great compliment to him. This is only his 13th first-team game. He does that sort of thing well, gets his foot in. Of course, he scored against Blackburn on Monday, and he out-tackled the two Blackburn centre-backs, one of whom I noticed was dropped yesterday.
Oh, he's in far side.
This is Tarnat. Anelka. Looking at Henry-like to score from that sort of position.
In the end, it's a waste of a good move, isn't it? Look, you've got plenty of blue shirts. I don't know if anyone ever attacks the penalty box enough. Look at that. There's no one really going in there, 6-yard area for the cross for Tarnat. He's had to pull it back.
And Henry has kept it in only for Manchester City's benefit, a bit like Desai did to Blackburn yesterday. Here's Sibierski. Did well to get it on target. Arsene Wenger has 3 wins out of 3 managerial clashes with Kevin Keegan. Last season's double over Manchester City, and a 2-1 win at Newcastle during the last few weeks of Kevin's time on Tyneside. Here comes Anelka.
Good save. I just wonder if he'd left too much room near post. Lovely play. Sibierski really does do very, very well here. I wondered if he'd take a touch, but no such thoughts. There's a little gap there, maybe a little bit more than Jens Lehmann would have wanted to have left. But he got down well to it. Strong hand on it.
Arsenal have pulled everyone back into their own penalty area. Lehmann seemed to be a bit unsettled there by where Osfeldt was going. Tarnat with the second ball. Yeah, got a head to it. It's another shinned out by Cole. Oh, and the break was on, but it wasn't a great ball by Perez of all people. Henry had to check. Manchester City can regroup because of that. Ljungberg's gone herring through the centre. The ball hasn't come for him. Vieira.
And they're just a bit ragged at the moment, just trying to get people back into positions, and Arsenal are giving them a chance to do so.
Henry. Still. Well, the numbers worked out for City.
I'll tell you, that would have been interesting. I'm talking about right, Sean Phillips' tackle. Henry, honestly, staying on his feet there. There's plenty of players that might have gone down, Mark, and that would have given Graham Paul a real decision to make.
Did you say right Sean Phillips?
Did I say that?
I think you did.
All right. Well, that's his trouble when he's got 3 names.
Here's Vieira. Oh, and it was an ambitious ball again. The flag is up. Martin Short again, quick to react. Would have been adjudged offside. Graham Poll has allowed the game to go on.
We're just thinking they haven't done him any favours, that advantage, is it?
Because here's Henry, and the man who scored the goal of the game so far in the Premiership, plus the Community Shield as well. He's in red-hot form. And that's rather typical of where this first half has gone for Arsenal. The ball gets away from Gilberto as well, but he kept on going. And Ljungberg and David Seaman denies Arsenal.
Well, I can't believe how many times I've seen centre-backs walk through tackles. Sylvain Distin here. If you're a centre-back, Martin, you should go and win this tackle. There ain't 2 questions about it. That isn't good enough if you're a centre-back. And it's almost cost his side the lead.
Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. Just too high for Keown. This is Sylvain Wiltord.
Good ball. Good ball.
Perez found, hardly picked out deliberately. Oh, there's a chance for a counter-attack there, Arsenal style, by Anelka and Sean Wright-Phillips. Here's Vieira. Sustained pressure here, really for the first time from Arsenal. Pires, but that's scooped up by Seaman. Wiltor. Here comes Pires. Wiltor's shot. Hit it pretty true as well.
Well, that's what I mean. Half-time can't come soon enough. Kevin Keegan wants to get his team back in the dressing room. Lovely strike, good technique. It's not going to beat David Seaman. Eyes on the ball.
On Monday night, it was Trevor Sinclair's own goal at Blackburn today. He's fourth one out of Arsenal, and Lauren in particular. And they've been good enough, Manchester City, to hang on to that unusual way of getting the lead. David Seaman's played a part in that. And at half-time in the City of Manchester Stadium, Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. I'm sure the Manchester City fans, Andy, would like to fast wind time now for 45 minutes.
You bet they would. Well, there's work to be done, and as I said, Mark, I think half-time came at exactly the right time for as far as Manchester City were, because they're not Arsenal. I think Arsene Wenger would have wanted to have to carry on. His team had just started to exert a bit of pressure, pin Manchester City back.
That's a mistake by Kian. Charged down by Sibierski, looking for a Nelka unselfishly. I'd be wondering whether that was the right decision.
Yeah, I mean, he's through. Wondered about that. Don't buy a ticket, don't win the raffle, that's for sure there.
He seemed to pass not just the ball, but the responsibility as well. What a shot that would have been to Arsene Wenger's team. So, big culpable in the conceding of a second goal at the start of the second half, as they were at the start of the first. There again. Another element here, how much do these Manchester City players believe that they are good enough to see it through? They should do. They will go top of the league if they can win this match. Sibierski. And raiding from the back is Sylvain Distin.
The trouble when you do that is someone's got to fill in for you at the back, and no one has at the moment.
Be helped here because Thierry Henry is limping.
Yeah. So he just tried to weave his way through the middle edge of the box there. Tackle came in, must have just shaken him up a little.
Vieira, wasn't really the angle for that. Again, Bosvelt putting up the barricades in midfield. You can't stop Pires, nor could Sean Wright Phillips when he really should have done. Wiltor. Sanji High chipping away at him, and Sané there as well. Arsenal's throw. I'd be a bit concerned about Henry. He's still...
Well, Sean Wright Phillips again, Martin's been caught. Ashley Cole's just been too good for him. Got in behind again. I talked about it first half. Concentration at this level is vital. Arsenal's left-hand side can destroy teams, and it does it time and time again. And I think the young lad gets caught again here. Well towards the finisher. You watch a big part Ashley Cole plays. There's the ball. Now look at Sean Wright Phillips, Martin. He's lost him. He's got wrong side of him. Totally lost him. Yet again, I don't think the centre-back. This time it's Somé. When he comes across here, I've got to say, you've got to do better than that if you're a centre-back in this league. That is not a great tackle. Cole stretches, he wanted it. I think Somé should have done better, but the problems began when Cole got wrong side with Sean Wright Phillips. This is a big test now for Manchester City.
Well, we showed plenty of resolution at Blackburn. Finally getting the win, leading at the third time of asking. Nelka, it's a most improbable goal.
Oh, just a bit.
I couldn't use the word impossible because it actually went in, but very unlikely that he was going to beat Brad Friedel the way he did. Sorry, Brad, if you're watching. Here's Vieira. This is good football from Arsenal, and it's Sylvain Wiltord again. Perez. Will Ljungberg reach it? He might do.
And he's onside. Oh. Flag stayed down. Yeah, they're looking a bit ragged at the moment. That was lovely football, and they just broke here in numbers. And again, when this comes out, you look at Freddie Ljungberg, he's deemed onside. I think the decision's the right one, and just anything lifted over David Seaman, finding an empty net, Martin. So worrying times for City. Took Arsenal a good half hour before they woke up in this game.
Kevin Keegan needs to show himself in the technical area. Right hand ball by Anelka, that damaged wrist strapped up. There's nothing going to stop him playing against his first English club, because he's been at Liverpool since then. Bosfeld. Barton.
Oh, unlucky.
That's that dart in from the left-hand side from Sinclair that, Lauren was nowhere near it.
That's just ball watching, Lauren. Simple as that. He's admiring the play going on in midfield. Suddenly, Sinclair's in between him and Keown, and I tell you, if that's a foot lower, he takes it on his chest and he's able to kill the pace on the ball.
Bosfeld. Distin. Well by Lauren. Hasn't had too much in the way of pleasant memories from the City of Manchester Stadium so far. He's on the ball again. Gilberto. Vieira.
Ominous, know that, Martin. That again was good play for Arsenal. Just the final pass got cut out.
Biding his time, and it didn't work for him.
A little sloppy, Martin, a little sloppy.
Arsenal have got 4 players swooping in on David Seaman's goal here. Perez just didn't quite work it right on the right-hand side, and Sinclair steps in.
That was a chance, wasn't it? Arsenal don't usually squander good opportunities like that.
The game is just stretched at the moment. Sun Ji-hai making some good ground. Sibierski. Rather weary swing at the ball that time.
It was hugely difficult, Martin. He was trying to adjust. I mean, he was never going to get to it at the right height, at the right time. He had to take a touch on it.
Maybe that might be a signal for Kevin Keegan to think about Robbie Fowler.
I think he must be doing. He looks a little leggy. Sibierski has worked hard because he's dropped off Anelka, and he's tried to help the midfield at times. He just looks a little bit leg weary at the moment.
Vieira. Sané goes across and wins the throw off Wiltord. Robbie Fowler, who was kept out of the Monday game with a rib injury. Couldn't get his place back in the starting 11, and no surprise in that. After the 3 points that they brought back from Ewood Park. Wiltord. Ljungberg nearly into Wiltord's stride. Arsenal not finished yet in this attack. Sinclair heads away. It's tidily done by Sun Ji-hai. Right Phillips.
Well, they've got a break left side. I don't know if they can transfer the ball.
Oh, it's Sibierski!
Well, the deflection took it straight into his run. Don't know if he's looking for him here, Nicolas Anelka, but his attempted cross gets deflected. It takes a bit of pace off the ball, and this is a glorious chance. But as I said earlier, I think he's a little leg weary, Martin. I think a sharper player, a fresher player, might have done better.
And here is Nicholas Anelka, parried by Lehmann. No one following up for City.
Well, that's what City have needed, Martin. They've needed a couple of chances at the other end to lift themselves, to lift the crowd. Real venom in the shot from Anelka. He always takes it early, but he's a little unlucky he wasn't able to get it out his feet and go straight at goal.
Distin, Lauren. You're absolutely right about the crowd, Andy, who are sitting back fearing the worst, and suddenly they're roaring Sobieski's chants. And Anelka really letting rip. Perez, Vieira, Lauren could go outside it. Lundberg trying to hunt down some space as well, but City have been quite good at denying that to the midfield runners. Wiltor, Ken Cole contributing to the attack, and Ashley Cole's in behind Manchester City. Here's Gilberto, goes near post. It comes for Perez.
Awkward height. Wonder if he knew I thought he had time to deal with this. Again, Ashley Cole, the provider. He might have been able to put his foot on it, maybe not. But he's good enough to have done something there. But this is the one where he's unlucky, it's gone behind him, Martin, and he's had to turn. Whereas had he gotten it out in front of him, then it would have made the chance easier.
It is the weary Sobieski taken off at the three-quarter mark, and the Australian Danny Tiato comes on to play on the left of midfield. Tiato missed a little last season with injured stomach muscles. Wiltor. When David Seaman came out, and Ljungberg's there. Freddie Ljungberg pounces. Manchester City are livid with themselves. And Arsenal, who are 1-0 down, lead 2-1 at the City of Manchester Stadium.
Well, I said offer him 1-1, he'd probably take it, what, 30 seconds ago, and that's why. Because that's what Arsenal are all about. But Danny Tiato gives the ball away. Henry does brilliantly, Martin. He chases back and chases back. And then, again, they don't defend it brilliantly. Sun Jihai wants the goalkeeper to come. David Seaman doesn't claim it. This little flick now, should the goalkeeper have gone down, claimed it, he goes down legs rather than arms and body. And because of that, the ball breaks off the big goalkeeper. See that? Didn't really go with the body and arms to collect the ball. Talked about Freddie, he still makes the runs, Martin. And if you keep putting yourself in there, you'll get your rewards. And he's also been booked, I think, for going into the crowd. So, a pretty eventful 30 seconds for Freddie Ljungberg.
Yes, he certainly stepped well off the playing area here. To go into the crowd, you have to make a conscious decision to do that. You could see what the goal meant to him. His first of the season. And he wanted to share it with the supporters. Players really can't be encouraged to do that, but we all understand the emotion, the passion that is at the very core of football at every level. Arsenal, of course, had some problems celebrating a goal from their Highbury with Henry. Found himself in front of the Everton fans when he was really, I think, trying to gesture to some family up in an executive box. So it's just something that's got to be borne in mind. But it is the greatest feeling. And Freddie Ljungberg was all fired up for giving Arsenal the lead here.
There's another booking going on while we watch this replay. Martin Tarnett's been booked for saying something, but I just wonder, you know, you look at David Seaman, he goes there and he goes with his legs more than his body, and Freddie's off. He's into the crowd, he's over the barrier, gets a yellow card. We shall see if they're going to be a little twitchy, then you'd expect away from home. People pushing forward, it might be at a time like this.
He's taken the chance, Kevin Keegan, as he has to do. And between the balance of midfield to give the front men more support, and a fresh front man in Fowler. And Edu is being summoned by Arsene Wenger to support his midfield. Diatta. Doesn't want to hit it with the right foot. The flag has gone up.
Lovely little ball as well. Again, it's coming inside, and Arsenal just out they come. Just about, yeah, 3, 4, 5 of them. Take your pick. That's pretty good defending when your back four can move forward like that.
Perez gives way to Edu. It's a pretty simple philosophy, Arsene Wenger, when they're in front late on, particularly away from home, but not exclusively. He puts on 1 or 2 enforcers, and when he's behind, he overloads with the attackers, doesn't he? Parlour. Oh, it's Henry round Seaman. And Joey Barton is a very relieved young man, full of apology. Well, they didn't beat Portsmouth in the opening game in the Premiership on this ground, but they did get a very, very late equaliser. Barton. Arsenal funnel back. Barton move from Sinclair. Roberto heads away the cross, heads it back where it had come from. Sinclair again, a little bit of contact. He might have just thought about going down.
You just can't pick a ball out in that last third at the moment.
But they're keeping the ball. And Keown lets it go. Oh!
Flags up, Martin. Flags up. Oh. Flags up.
Yet again, Martin short. That's a pose we've seen him in, oh, so the best part of 20 times, I would have thought.
He flags against Nicholas Anelka here, I'm sure it is. Look at him back post. You can see he's offside. What a let-off that is.
Keown let it run, and then it was played against him, against the bar.
Oh, dear.
Sun Ji-hai digs out a left-footed cross, Distal making a nuisance of himself, but it's Lehmann's ball. Bowled out to Parlour. Henry's in space. Parlour doesn't need to play it. He wants to do something with it now, because he's closed down by Tarnat and Tiato. It's a blue ball.
It's a white ball.
You know what I mean.
That's a poor throw from Distal. Really put his teammate in trouble there.
Henry, can he wrap it up for Arsenal here? Very nearly. They might not need the extra ribbon.
Well, we've seen him do this so often from that inside left position, just tuck inside and bend at the far corner. Not quite. I'm sure we'll see him do it again this season as well. The ball's got to go forward.
Berkovic. Edu sliding in. Breaks for Bergkamp. The long legs of Vieira helping Arsenal. Bergkamp.
You think that's game now, man. Just play it out.
Sinclair. Barton. Surely Manchester City's last attack. Distal. It's a corner.
And we better get a move on. Michael Tarnat's got a long way to go from left back to that corner of the pitch.
How he'd love to get on and get a touch of the ball himself, the City manager.
Yeah, it was 3 extra minutes. We're now into the fourth.
Just wonder whether David Seaman himself might come up, but he has stayed back. Everybody else is there for Manchester City as Tarnat swings it in. And it's just over the top from Robbie Fowler. That's the end of it. Well, City at Manchester Stadium or Main Road, it's all the same for Arsenal. Overall, a 9th straight win over today's opposition. Although it wasn't a straightforward victory, they had to contend with an own goal from Lauren that gave City early impetus in a season in which they've made a good early start. But after Will Tord equalised, it was Freddie Ljungberg, full of smiles, who spoilt David Seaman's day. And Arsenal, 12 points out of 12, their best start since 1947. Manchester City with David Seaman 1, Arsenal without him 2.